a contractor 10-inch table saw. This is the back of the saw. The reason why this is off is to show you the funnel system that I had made up. Alright, this the PVC is not glued in yet. That will take a shop vac like that over there. That will plug right in. You could tighten the clamp if you want to on it. Alright, now this is 42 inches from there to there, and then of course the footprint has to take into consideration the top. If you're going to put it up against a wall or something, you want to know how far it comes out. And from there to here is 32 inches. Just wanted to show you on the rip. The rip is 30. The width of this from, well, actually the cast iron table itself, 27. But of course you got to come out to the fence system to here, 32. Okay, these here are 3/4 inch. Someone had asked me about it. Those are 3/4 inch. Yeah, that's the size of the slide that I have for it. All right, now in order to put this on, the book says to remove this so that you can get to the nuts on the back, okay, which I took off. And the screws are they take Allen, all right, and you got 6 of them for the panel. This also helps to clean it out. You know, it's easy enough to take off. You could use a electric drill or screw gun or something with a tip. That tip is the 5. That's the 5/32. See, I have it on my gun. All right, now to do the final leveling, you follow the manual, and this goes up and down in order to bring your slide across, your fence across, you know, so that it clears. I'm hitting my saw. All right, now the other thing, the support for the 2 rails gets bolted in. The bolts slide into the slots. This is not bolted in here because to bolt this in, I would have to loosen this side up a little bit. No, I think I could do it another way. I think I could just put the yeah, I could put the bolts through the black, and then slide the heads into the channel. Right, that would do it. All right, but I'm going to be leaving this off for now. I just wanted to show you it on. That's the support. And like I said, this goes out to 30 inches. All right, right now I have oil on here because sometimes in the building over here it gets foggy. So if you keep your top, if you keep it clean and you don't re-oil it, sometimes just because it's steel, it will get a surface rust on it. So I put oil. Like what I use like on my lathe, on the ways. I put that on, and then sometimes I'll put a clear plastic over it, right on top of the oil. All right, and that's the way I'm gonna be storing it. So now I'll show you the other side. From here you can see the wind up over here. You got your motor in there. 1 3/4 horsepower. It's 120 and 240. I'll turn this. Oh, this that I built, heavy duty, and this will turn on a dime. This will turn on a dime, which means that it will pivot in the center of the whole thing, because it has 4 casters on it. These are heavy duty casters. You can see the rating on them. With this out, you put in the 4 bolts, and then you leave the bolts head stick out, whatever, 1/4 of an inch, and then you just feed both sides, feed the heads in, both sides, and it'll go on. All right. These are 5/16, 16 bolts, and I have nuts. Very little time on this saw. Very little time. I built this building that I'm in. All right, and I built it without this saw. In fact, this saw was in my other shed. I have another shed outside, and it was in that other shed right there. I got another building. All right, and I have chop saws and sliding compound chop saws. So I built this building with that. Those are 12-inch saws I have. So all of this stuff, this was never used. Never used. This, of course, goes on. In there, there's a knife. They call it a revving. I'll just bring this up. They call it a revving blade. That's adjustable. All right. You got your tilt control over here. Lock. It has the heavy duty on off switch right here. Heavy duty on off switch, and what's good about this is that you got a lift to turn it on. The yellow thing is the lock, in case you wanted to remove it. And with this thing running, you could shut it off with your leg. Just put your leg up against it and it goes off. In fact, sometimes if you're reaching too far, you'll hit it with your leg and it'll go off. The correct way to put these on is that the split is supposed to go down the center of the blade. That, in order to get your in order to get your proper distance to come out to the 30-inch. You come out to the 30-inch over here, and that's a wide sucker. You know, I mean, you want to rip something 30 inches. I'm not sure why, but I'm not sure. Unless, you know, maybe contractor want to trim a door down or something, you know. Want to run a door across there, that might work. If you wanted to make door 30 inches wide, that's all I could think of. Because if you take a 4x8 panel, you know, if you 30 inches, you want to cut 18 inches off, and just put the fence to 18 inch and cut the panel. I'm not sure why contractor would want 30 inch, but anyway, that's what this is. And these are loose right now. The front, you can get the nuts here. There are 2 bolts on each half holding this on, and then there's 2 bolts holding into the extension on both sides. 2 bolts holding into the extension, 2 bolts that hold this on. Same thing in the back. All right. So I show you. Let me just plug it in. Okay, let me turn it on. I have it plugged into a 20 amp 120 breaker now. That's what happens when you try to do things with one hand. Okay. Okay. Alrighty, Vince Arcuri, thank you for watching.